Hello, and what is
Hi.
up? It's Kimberly with the Pop Culture Green Room,
And
and
this is Blair Bryant.
so she's finally back.
I am, yes, I'm back from my hiatus. That was much needed for my mental health more than anything, but I'm really happy that I'm back. So,
And we're glad to have you back. Glad to see that you are back.
yeah, definitely.
And I've been struggling. It's been a bit of a struggle because I've been trying to hold down a fort by myself solo for a bit. For the most part, she did all right, but thank God, I had Wendy there to help me out a lot. Wendy,
Yeah, she's
Dare
great.
stepped in.
Yeah.
Oh my God, who else? Oh yeah, and most definitely Liz, big time. So that was super awesome. Like a lot of things happened while Blair was gone. We ended up getting invited to do press covers for the Super Bowl.
That was really cool seeing that. I was excited
That
for it.
was awesome. That was fun. I had one of my girlfriends with me, so she was
Yeah.
who's actually helping us produce. Hello, hey Josh.
Hey, Josh,
Yeah,
you're
we've got one
here.
of our visitors. There we go. Let's see here. All right, here we go. Hello.
What's up?
So, but yeah, but anyway, like super glad that you're back. Because like I said, just holding it down, just solo, especially when we haven't been doing the podcast for all that long, and then having the YouTube channel, it's like, oh my goodness. But yeah, oh look, he says hope you're
Doing
feeling
better.
better.
Thank you. I am. Yeah, I mean, it was necessary because like we just had a lot of change in our life. Like our dad passed away,
Mhm.
and I subsequently lost my job like right after that. So that was a lot being hit with that once, and then just my life being changed as a result, and taking on my and because it's just like we're down a family member, and we don't have any spouses, so it's kind of like where it's just a lot more that we're having to do, and also too just kind of like. And then at this point, I kind of knew I was kind of going through the ringer too, because like I was losing my interest in like anything like entertainment, pop culture, and that's like what the core of this is, and the core of
Right.
what we're interested in too. And I was just kind of like, I think I need to step away for a little bit and work on me. And I feel this is the best I've felt in a really long time, so I'm really happy to be back.
Yeah, which is awesome. But I felt like I knew just that there was a struggle because I have to understand that even though we are twins, that we're very different.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, we're
And
different.
I screw up and I forget that all the time. And but that's okay because I the problem is it's like so I keep thinking that you're me and that you function. But the thing is it's like I'm
Yeah,
very extroverted, you're very
right,
introverted.
introverted. Yeah, right.
I'm very alpha and I like to bark and just I don't really stop. And it's like and then the way I function and process everything with let's see here. First. Yeah. Oh yeah, definitely. Oh yeah. Josh
And for other
definitely so.
people, I guess, first until burnout. So
Mhm. Yeah. Oh yeah. I need glass. Oh yeah. Yeah. It says it says can kind of relate.
oh yeah,
Mhm.
that's yeah. It's like I mean, plus like like the more like talking to other people and friends of mine is kind of getting recentered.
You know, Josh is a twin. Oh, it's awesome.
Oh, okay, how about that?
Oh yay. Oh
Oh,
my
you're
gosh.
all like alike, or you're all different?
Yeah, are
I'm
y'all
curious about
identical?
that.
Are y'all identical twins? Are y'all fraternal twins? And are y'all very different or are y'all a lot alike? Because Blair and I are very different.
Yeah, oh yeah, we're very different. And which is funny because a lot of friends that I have quite a few friends who are twins too, and most of them are a lot alike.
They're identical. So
Okay,
okay, this is funny. So we don't even know.
we never
I'm
found out.
trying to get Blair to do. I'm still trying to get her to do at least the ancestry DNA test because we can actually find out that way.
I didn't know that.
But yeah,
Oh, cool.
especially that years ago.
Well, I mean, I think I do that
Yeah,
DNA test,
well,
but I
yeah,
didn't
it's
know
a
that it
DNA
was a
test
difference.
because
Like,
well, yeah, well, the DNA test will tell you that if we're
that's something you
identical
every
or not.
day.
Yeah. Remember, that's why I kept telling you to go ahead and get the DNA test done. Anyway, all right, I digress. So it's oh wait, okay. He says, okay, very different, but we react. Okay. Okay, the effects. Okay, just stress similar. Okay, yeah, I see now. I get it. But my the reason why I was getting into like our differences is because I realized that the way I was dealing, I guess, with grief, and I just I pour my energy into things. Like I have to keep busy and do things, and if I don't, I just kind of I freeze. And so like this podcast has just been a great outlet for me. So
Right.
as to where she needed to take time to like back away and regroup, which a lot of people do.
Oh yes.
I, on the other hand, it's like I had to just keep busy, just keep doing things and creating, and this was very therapeutic for me. So And I guess it's like that for like a lot of people
Yeah,
that,
it makes
but
sense,
let's see.
you know?
Okay. And I call him all the time when he picks up his phone to call me. It's kind of weird. So I'm like,
Oh,
that's awesome.
that's so sweet.
And it's funny because we started the podcast, of course, because we
Live in different states.
yeah, we were in different states. I was in California and San Diego, she was in New Orleans. And so we don't have a whole lot in common, but every time we talked, it was always having to do with
But
pop
pop culture.
culture, the entertainment industry, things of that nature. So
Exactly.
it's like that's pretty much how it
Yeah.
got started. And then it's like our degrees, it's communications.
Yeah.
I have a background in broadcast journalism, so I was on camera in college.
Mine's more PR centered, but I had college radio experience. So
So that's yeah, we just kind of
was that
fell fell into that. Well, in our family too, our family's footsteps, because we've got a cousins. Obviously, they're in the entertainment industry. Our cousin
right?
Deborah was on. That was executive producer for Quantum Leap and one of the creators, original creators.
Right, right. She was. Sounds
Yeah,
exciting. Have her home.
and produced Grey's Anatomy. That was fun. And the mother of Troy Belisario from Pretty Little Liars, and On Call. Watch it. That's a plug.
Oh yes, On Call on Amazon.
Yeah, definitely watch On Call on Amazon Prime.
Think us later.
Yes, starring Troy Belisario. It's great. Yes, we're gonna shameless plug again for our family. That's our cousins. So watch your show. It's really good. I find it fascinating, especially with Quincy, our brother, being in law enforcement. He was a police officer for years. Now he's like a different level higher level, but it's just very interesting and fascinating because it's like
right, exactly.
we hear his stories, going back and forth and everything on the job, and then it's like here she is, and it's very interesting. So I'm like, oh wow, this is very real.
Yes, it's very real. It's raw and it's intense. It's really, really good.
She's like, y'all should do that. Be cute takes like that. Oh my god, y'all should totally do a podcast together.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah. Oh my gosh, that's so.
We have twin podcasts out there.
Yeah, what's her link here? Let me put in Deborah's link. Let's see here. Let me get there. I can put in her Instagram. Put her Instagram or her either one, or her website, or let's see here. I guess I'll do her Insta. Let's see here. I guess we'll throw both our Instagrams, maybe.
Yeah.
Share the screen too on it.
Yeah.
I need to think about that. Here, let me share my screen. There we go. Okay. Cool. There we go. All right, for you, Josh. So here we go. Let me know if that works. Should pop up here in a second. Okay. Yep, here we go. There's our cousin. Yep, Deborah Pratt. And here we go. Oh, your brother. Okay, he's more shy. Okay, I hear you.
Yeah, it sounds like me. I'm the shy one.
Yeah, that's funny. Yeah, Blair.
It takes a lot out of me to get out of my shell more, but dude, it's with him, it's more natural.
Which is funny because we used to never talk or anything to people. We always talk to each other growing up.
Yeah, exactly. We did.
Which is very interesting. I know now that you look at it, because we've got a podcast.
I know.
So let me do this.
College helped me.
I'm gonna put in the chat. I'm gonna put in the link to oh wait, here it is. Oh my gosh.
Copy and paste.
Copy and paste. Copy and paste. There you go. Here we go. I'm playing with other friend one, but still not to visit. Sweet. That's cool. Keep us posted on that. And actually, let us know if you want to jump on with us. Josh, I'm sorry, let me slow down. If you ever want to jump on a podcast episode with us, let us know.
Yeah, please do.
Because I would love to collab. That would be so much fun.
It's always fun every collab.
Oh, he said he booted this up on our page. Oh, no worries. Here, I'm gonna put her link in the comments. Well, it's so funny because interesting story, because we had our podcast, but we didn't. Well, we mentioned a while back to them that we were having a podcast, and we were starting a podcast,
right.
But we left it at that. We never brought it up or talked about it ever again, since, because we didn't want it to be shit, and or we made any kind of moves or anything. And actually, we didn't even plan to even ask Deborah or Troy to even come on our podcast.
They were hard on ourselves.
We didn't even attempt to even try to ask. But what happened was I got excited because TMZ had found us, and they found they approached me and they were like, "Hey, we really like
Yeah.
your content. Come on." And then I got excited and I had texted Deborah and I showed her like the screenshots. So she was super excited. And she's like, "Wait, so
Yeah.
podcast?" And she's like, "Wait, I remember it." And she's like, "Why didn't you say anything?" So, and then she's like, "We could have helped, but we're good. Let's see here."
Yeah.
I know, yeah, you do that. That's right, you do. I know. That's how I know you because you moderate for yeah, for Daily Dose of Donna. Yeah, you sure do. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah, she was on our podcast all back. That was when we first
She
started.
was one of our very first. I think our second guest. I think
Yeah, she's our second guest because Danielle
Rothweiler was our
yeah,
first.
was our
Yes.
first. Yeah, and then
We took her on again too.
yeah, yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
she
yeah.
was
Donna was our
down.
first, and it was oh my gosh, and we didn't do good on that one because we were in a hurry. It was like
It was the day before
Thanksgiving.
Thanksgiving.
Yeah,
Bad time on
and
our parts.
oh my gosh, like I wasn't thinking, and I just like hurried and like the other we canceled on her so many times, and I was oh my gosh, a mess all over the place. But maybe one day we can get a redo.
Yeah,
So it was like I was oh my gosh,
we've grown a lot since then.
yeah, we
So,
have
yeah,
definitely.
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Well, cool. Thank you. Greatly appreciate it. But yeah, we've got so
Thank
much more
you.
stuff coming. Like as you can see, I've gotten a better camera. We're trying to get our system and everything going. So yeah, we're getting it together. So anyway, let's go ahead. Let's get started with our topics.
Yeah.
So um Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Oh boy, that's been something.
hmm I've actually been enjoying this season,
Yeah.
although I'm hearing that the ratings are pretty bad, and it's like it really hasn't been
Really?
performing that well. Yeah, I'm actually a fan of the season. I think it could be because Bose is here, so it's I like her a lot. So let's see here. Yeah, he's right. We can only get better and better.
Yeah, but what's it only up from here? Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. So okay, so the reunion. So what are your thoughts so far?
Well, I mean, nobody's trying to be Garcelle's ally, and she's probably the
hmm
most level-headed housewife I've seen across all franchises. And I mean,
Right.
let's see. Would I say that I'm a bit partial because I met her and worked with her before?
hmm
Yes, but at the same time, it's like she really is that genuine of a person and very kind, very personable, very friendly, very bubbly.
Right.
And she's like, because I've met and worked with quite a few celebrities and different things I've done over the years. Like, I've done some production work here and there. Like, it was like backstage,
Right.
kind of like Essence Fest Expo or like music fests, like Voodoo Fest years ago. With,
I
like,
remember, and that's where you met
and then,
Garcelle.
yeah, and like music venues, different things like that for years off and on. That's how I met Garcelle. Was I worked backstage at Essence Fest Expo, and I was with her and her team and some other actors and for about a couple of hours. And oh, she is so pleasant, so lovely, like just like how you see her on a show, like that personable
Right.
she is. And honestly, and I'm not saying just to say it, but of all celebrities I've ever encountered and met, she was one of the ones. Like she was like, definitely my top three of the ones I felt the most comfortable around.
Oh, nice.
Yeah,
That's really great to
exactly. That's
hear.
what I was like. I was over the moon when I found out she was going to be on a show. That's when I know that they're being bullies and they're being mean girls and Tina Warner because I mean she's being real and she's not,
Right.
and it's kind of like that. I just feel that they like the leave her stand on her own, and it's I guess they're trying to revive the Fox Force 5, and
Mhm.
I'm not down with that. But
Yeah, no, I think that's what they're
yeah,
doing as well. I really do think so. Look, this is what Josh says. He says, "I bet Garcelle is even more stunning in real life."
oh yeah, she's beautiful. Like I said, very beautiful, very stunning. And then I was excited too to meet her because I've been a fan of hers for years. Or
Mhm.
since like the Models Inc., which was on
Yeah,
that
which
years
was on
ago.
Models Inc. years ago. That's true. That's
Yeah,
when I first heard of it.
showing my age. And Models Inc. and it's on a Jamie Foxx show for a few
Mhm.
years, and just like I was so excited to see her, and I thought I was working with her, and we had
That was super
fun.
cool.
Yeah, running around a building together. She's just I'm not gonna say no, but nothing but good things about her. But yeah, I feel like that she's definitely getting. I don't. And then, like, I mean, and like everybody's giving her shit because she stands up for Sutton a lot, but I mean, nobody else. I mean, they don't. This women don't treat her well, and then, and it's just that it's just kind of frustrating because Sutton wants, and I understand wanting someone like kind of like feeling like you're needing someone's approval, wanting that,
Mhm.
and that she's been wanting to have a relationship with Kyle, but it's like Kyle's not really. She's never really tried like to be
And
close with her.
well, right, and you could see that, and it's very clear. You could see who Kyle chooses to be close to and
Oh,
who she
sure, yeah.
doesn't choose to be close to because it's
Exactly.
very obvious because even watching the dynamic between she and Dorit, because clearly Dorit thought that they were a lot closer
Exactly, and they really
than what they actually are, and Kyle is pretty much like, I mean, you're my friend, but I mean,
exactly.
about it. But I do have to agree because I love listening to reality life with Kate Casey and her opinions on what she thinks. And she had brought up something which made me take a look at and realize that it's like it seems like Kyle probably because of the fact that Mauricio and PK are so close, that there's probably a lot more that Kyle knows about their situation and about Dorit that she just can't like
I
probably
can see
let
that.
go of, and to where she sees her in a different lens compared to the others,
That makes sense. I can see that too for
and it's
sure.
why. So I think that theory
It
makes.
sounds plausible. I
Mhm.
mean, I'm not gonna knock that theory at all.
Yeah, oh, I know. I agree. I agree. So in the reunion, so what did you think so far? Oh, okay. This is the first thing I will point out. I love the fact that they were all coordinated. What have you ever
Yes,
seen?
yes.
This is the first time that they've ever been Real Housewives of Beverly Hills has ever been coordinated. I think
Right.
any franchise in California because OC's never
Yes.
coordinated. They're always like off, but this looks so good. It looks really nice and neat. Let's see.
Yeah, there definitely have more hits this time than misses.
Oh, I agree. Let's see. Sutton and Garcelle seem like real friends, but I haven't finished the season yet. Kyle has allies, maybe not friends.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
oh
exactly
yeah,
it. Yes.
1000%, 1000%. Oh, so you haven't seen any? Okay, so you hasn't binged it yet. Okay, so I want to know your opinions, Josh. Whenever you do binge it, I want to
Yes,
know what
please
you
let us
think of.
know.
Yeah, what your opinions will be, and I also want to know what you think of Bose and how do you feel about her gelling with the group and your thoughts. Silga, I gave you a whole homework.
Hey, whatever works, right?
Gosh, but no, I'm very. I mean, the girl's got credentials.
Oh yeah.
Did you see Jimmy Fallon was reading them off on? I saw it on.
I knew she was on there, but I didn't get to see an episode.
I
But
didn't
yeah.
watch the whole episode, but I did see the clips from Jimmy Fallon, and he was like reading through her credentials, which I already knew about them before she came on. But
Right.
I mean, she's a boss. I mean, she's
Mhm.
it's exciting. I'm just really glad that they have her on. But okay, yeah. Oh, okay, good. He did see the first two episodes. So is
Mhm.
already won him over. Wait, really? I didn't expect her and Dorit to hit it off, become such good
I know,
friends.
me either.
Well, what it was, she went in there with like she said she was going to go in there with an open mind and listen and everything and stuff. But and then they end up becoming friends at the end, really good friends, which really kind of shocked me. But I will say what really shocked me was that Dorit kind of turned it around for me a little bit because I went last season. Oh no, I wasn't forgiving her at all. Like she was so dismissive and just of Garcelle, I just didn't really like it at all. And people of color, just in general. And it was and I
It's
it,
like oh yeah, I'm sorry. Oh, go ahead.
no, you're
Okay, yes. So like I in between that, it's I mean, it's kind of got a beginning. Like I was really turning around a lot, like on Dory and Erica again.
mhm.
But then towards the end of the season and like at the reunion and other things I've heard about it, like I don't know, I just don't like the fact that Garcelle's on like not to say too much or give away too much, but like Garcelle's on a
Yes.
villain
Mhm,
and
mhm.
like
Well, yeah,
unfairly so.
that's true. Yeah, she was out there by herself, so I don't blame her for exiting the way she is. But I will say that, yeah, she did come back hitting this season. That really shocked me. That the cigarette, smoking the meme, that part
Oh
was
yeah.
really funny. The meme that just took all over.
It's crazy because it's like I never pegged her as a cigarette smoker. I never would have thought in a million years.
I could see it. I could see her as like like one that does it when she's stressed out. I think that's what she meant because when she at first on
Yeah.
the reunion, she said she was a social smoker, but you never see her smoking when she's out like
Mhm.
with the girls or drinking or anything. So I think that's what she probably meant.
It's probably when she does it when she's nervous or something, or like, and it
Mhm,
could be one of those things where it's like she doesn't like it, but she does it
mhm,
because I lived with someone like that before, and she I had no idea in a million at all that she ever smoked
mhm,
until like me and like because she was my roommate and like me and like our upstairs neighbors were hanging out decided to hang out one night on a porch like when I were just chatting. And she's like, yeah, I was about to smoke a cigarette. And he lived up like one of our neighbors lived upstairs like for years and like they knew her like, they're like, you
mhm,
smoke? And I was like, really? And she's
mhm.
like, well, yeah, I do. But I mean, she was like, I just don't really like it, but I do. And I don't like the way it smells. So I just do it
So it's
outside and I
probably like
just
the oral
keep it to myself.
fixation
Yeah.
kind
And
of
then
thing. Yeah.
I go in and I like, I don't want to smell like it. And I just
Mhm.
shower and and like none of us had a clue. Like,
That's so
yeah,
funny.
it's kind of funny. That's how some people are. Maybe like
Mhm.
maybe I was kind of thinking maybe Dorit's the same way.
Yeah, it could
And
very
that's
well
very
be.
fascinating to
Yeah,
me.
she could very well be. And of course, they've got the cameras that are set up in the
Yes.
vehicles, and she knew that the camera was there. But I guess she was like in that moment, just so in that moment. But yeah, I will definitely say that I do. I have been enjoying. I'm saying enjoying because I'm actually rewatching
Oh
the,
yeah.
the first episode of the reunion right now. But I'm actually really enjoying it. I do like, of course, the first thing, like I said, what stood out to me is the fact that I love that they were all coordinated
Yeah.
because they looked really nice and neat, and they look really great. I think that's the best dressed. I would actually say that the Orange County cast has been.
Yeah, because I feel like the Housewife franchises in general just tend to be so hit or miss with their reunion looks.
Hmm.
However, who always seems to be on point, like almost all the time with the reunion looks, Southern Charm.
Yeah,
Their cast, like,
yeah, they're pretty
yeah.
good. Mhm.
Oh yeah. Oh, I think the heads and shoulders like above a lot of other franchises when it comes to reunion looks. There's been
Yeah,
a lot of chatter about that, but also really into fashion. So
you know, which is
yeah.
true. And I guess I have to like really think about it.
Mhm.
My head's like still kind of thinking about because really I'm thinking about I love the Boozer's dress, but hers she had it was custom made
Yeah, that was really
and I had like like her like the little symbols and the designs like the little patterns they had like all these like this meaning to it. Let me see if I can find. Well, I'll look it up later 'cause it's gonna take too long to try to find it, but it was really interesting because it was almost like it told like kind of like it was like a story of like our heritage and everything. So I thought
yeah, I do remember hearing that.
that
That's
was
pretty cool.
pretty cool. But no, what was unsettling for me was just the way that Garcelle was handled. I didn't like that.
No.
Like I said, she was left on an island by herself. But you know what though? I give her props though for leaving, she's leaving at the height of, walking away at the height of her career. Like she's not leaving like under some scandal, like anything
Yeah,
crazy. Her sons are growing up.
exactly.
Jade's the one that's modeling now, and
Yes.
um, Oliver is, he seems to be doing well. He's still
Yes,
working
looks for
for
Lisa. Yes.
Lisa, and
Speaking of which, I'm kind of thinking that's probably why I think they're not crazy about her either. Because I mean,
it's right. I didn't think about that.
yeah, and I think
She's as good friends with
yeah,
Lisa Vanderpump, and
yeah,
they really don't.
exactly. 'Cause I feel like, yeah, because I feel like she did really well. Like, I mean, she and Sutton were always close, and she got along pretty well with Crystal. Like for the most part, they were
Right.
great. But I'm really happy that Jennifer Tilly was there because they really get
Yeah,
along.
she needed a friend, and I really thought that. I love Jennifer Tilly's
Oh gosh, yeah,
bubbly
she's.
personality.
Mhm.
It's kind of, but it's really funny. I didn't realize how much money that she had, though. Like,
Man, she thought that divorce was good.
she did. She sure did. I was like,
A case study.
yeah, not
Because really, I mean, it sounds like I think that what she was saying, I think they're pretty amicable now. Like
mm,
she and her ex-husband, but the fact that she got a portion of the Simpsons, and needless to say, the Simpsons has gone off like 30 years and it's still going.
mhm.
So like she's making bank.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I know. Yeah, I'm so excited to see Jennifer Tilly as well. Now, do you think she should be? Do you think she's going to come back as like
A friend of.
a friend of, or do you think she'll ever be a full time housewife? I don't think she'll ever be a full time housewife. I think she's a little overwhelmed.
Yeah, I think so.
I might be wrong, but I think I want to say she's.
Let's say a friend of. Like I think it's probably just to be a friend of still. Like I mean, she's friends with Sutton. That's how she got on the show.
Yeah, which is
Yeah, so I think that's gonna be her role. And I think I like that for her because it's kind of like I'd like to be a housewife. You're gonna be polarizing. I think it's gonna be polarizing for a lot of them, not all the
right.
time. And I feel like she deserves better than that. So I don't. I
Mhm.
think I also think she knows better. Like that's why I don't
Right.
think Kathy Hilton would go full time. I don't think she would probably want any more scrutiny of that. But also
Mhm.
too, it's kind of like she just prefers to kind of be just like on her own little cookie world.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. 1,000%.
And I love it for her.
Hmm. But you know what I do think? I have a feeling that Lisa Rinna's going to come back.
I think so too.
I
They
think that
said,
now
"Oh,
that Garcelle's
the
out,
return of Fox
yeah,
Force 5." Oh god.
I think that's what's
Mhm.
gonna happen. But yeah, but we shall see that. Yeah, not full time. Yeah, he doesn't think so either.
Yeah, but I was like back to this just to circle back to Lisa Rinna really Vanderpump really quickly. But yeah, I think they don't like the fact that Garcelle's friendly with her, and
Mhm.
that it's just also friendly and friends with Denise Richards.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah, she
Yeah,
had her back when
that's
everything.
right.
Yeah, when all stuff
Yeah.
went down, and they
Uh-huh.
really ganged up on. Like they pushed Lisa Vanderpump and Denise Richards out of the show, and like
Hmm.
in so many words you could say they pushed Garcelle out too.
Yeah, that's
Mhm.
true. Yeah. No, he's right though. That is a valid argument though. See, Lisa Rinna, it's great for the drama, which I
Yeah,
agree. Because you need this. I mean,
yeah,
think about it. Because right now, a lot of these shows they're a little bit boring right now, and a lot of I think is because people they're producing themselves.
yeah. Oh yeah,
But I think this is also why I'm loving Southern hospitality so much because these young kids that are coming in here, they don't care. They've got no filter, and they're not really
exactly.
they're new to this, so they're not going on here like really producing themselves so much.
And exactly, and even so, like compared to Vanderpump Rules, I think the difference too is that they like people in Vanderpump Rules. They live in LA, live in Hollywood.
Hmm.
Their ambition when living there is to become famous, like
Right.
kind
Yeah.
of like probably mostly through acting, modeling, singing, or whatever. But they use the Vanderpump Rules as a vehicle to do that.
Hmm.
Southern hospitality, simply to an extent, but not to the way extent people in LA are, which are
Right.
primary focus.
Hmm.
They're just in Charleston. But it works out too about that. I mean, even though it's like they're highly, highly entertaining. But I would say too is that they well like is the fact that I feel like they're more authentic.
You are. Yeah.
Like they can drive you nuts. I feel like they're more likable at the end of the day compared to the cast of Vanderpump Rules.
I agree. I
Yeah,
agree.
they have more redeeming qualities in my opinion.
Definitely. And I feel like they've got a lot more self awareness.
Yeah.
But I think too, like you said, it's like like here these people are in Charleston. It's like they have to start their own careers, their own
Mhm.
businesses, whatever it is that they're doing. And like you said, Vanderpump Rules. I mean, these are people that the whole premise of the show was for them to go there because they were like struggling actors and trying to make it in Hollywood. And here
Right.
they are working at this uh, restaurant
To make
and.
ends meet
Mhm.
between like auditions and things
Yeah,
like that.
and that's how that was,
Yeah.
yeah, came about. So, yeah, it makes sense. And there it is, like Charleston. I mean, that's South Carolina. That's not exactly Hollywood. That's where,
Yeah.
I mean, people, it's South. Get married, have babies, try to be rich,
Mhm.
get married, have babies, have a beautiful life. That's pretty much what that is. So
Yeah.
it's, yeah, but I would have to say, I'm definitely a huge fan of Southern hospitality.
Oh, so am I. Yeah. It's
Mm-hmm.
like season 3 was so good.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Oh,
the thing I like about that's what's interesting. That's what about the two frame about Southern Charm, Southern Hospitality, is how it seemed like it got more and more popular as as they like with each franchise, it got more and more popular
yeah,
with
definitely.
with each season.
Mhm.
Because I don't even think that I mean with Southern Charm the first season, it was intriguing, but I think without the whole thing with Catherine and Thomas happening,
I wouldn't have kept watching because I didn't even
no.
because I remember when Southern Charm first came out, season 1, I watched a couple episodes and then I dipped out. And then it was, like, towards the end when I started to catch everything about Catherine, just kind of like and I just had one really for, like, background noise at the time, and
Right.
that's when I started to catch everything with her and Thomas, and then I was like, "Wait, wait, wait, this is kinda good," and then after that, I just, like I've been hooked on it since.
Yeah, because happened with me with Southern Charm was I mean, I like the fact that that show took place in the South and that was
Right.
different. And then I was kind of like, "This is pretty interesting." And I'm like and I was like, "This girl Cameron looks so familiar." And it wasn't until a few episodes in I found that she was Cameron from Real World
But
San
well, yeah.
Diego. And I kept watching because of her.
Mhm.
And, I didn't care for Jenna. I didn't feel like she fit on there at all. But what was fascinating
Yeah,
was that, the Levitt was on the very first episode, and
she was, yeah,
she
mhm.
was on, like, quite a few episodes, throughout this, series until she became a full-time regular.
And I remember you once you made a post on Instagram, I think it pointed that out and you tagged her.
Yeah, and she liked it. Yeah,
That
she
was
sure
funny,
did, yeah.
yeah. I
And,
remember that. It's
yeah, so that was interesting, and then the whole thing with Thomas and Catherine, and she ended up getting pregnant and having this
mhm.
child, and that made things even more crazy, but also Patricia was also one that really,
Her and
Patricia
her
really reeled me
caftans.
in.
Is
Oh,
that
yeah,
what they're called? The
caftans, yeah,
caftans, yeah. And
her her
does she
dry
still have
tees.
those? Does
Yeah,
she
oh,
still
yeah.
I see her wear them, but didn't she sell them? Wasn't she
She's
making
saw them make them, but I haven't not anymore.
Oh, okay, yeah, I was wondering about that, but
Mhm.
yeah, that's been pretty interesting now. But what else do we have going on in news lately? Val Kilmer passed away.
Yeah.
That was a surprise, but I didn't know that he was sick,
Oh, yeah, he's been sick for a while,
and I didn't know
he
that.
honestly I mean, I'm grateful that, we had him for as long as we have. He was 65. I mean, it's sad that that he passed away from, throat cancer, but he had been suffering with that for a really long time.
So it was but he had the throat did he still have
That's right,
throat cancer? 'Cause he
it was
had
pneumonia,
pneumonia.
that's actually
Right,
yeah,
yeah.
but no, I mean, as far as I mean, he was in bad shape for a while.
Yeah, and I didn't even
Like
know
I
that because
was, yeah,
and that because that's what I heard today, that he was actually like, I was listening to TMZ, and I heard that today that he was actually bedridden for a couple of years. I didn't even know
yeah.
that. I had no
That's always a shock to people whenever made an appearance in the new Top Gun movie.
Oh,
Brief
okay,
appearance.
got it.
I hadn't
Yeah.
seen it, but I heard that he was in it
Mhm.
briefly, and I saw a clip of like that a snippet of him being in it.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's been in rough shape for a while. So he honestly made it longer than I thought he was going to. Because I thought he was
Got
going to
it.
probably pass away
Okay.
maybe about close to 5 years ago. That's how
Okay.
bad he was.
Wow.
And but yes, he's 65 years old. He's my favorite Batman.
Oh, that's right, he was that's right, he was Batman.
Yeah,
That's right, that's from whenever,
Nicole Kidman
yes,
was
and
there. Drew
then
Barrymore was in there too.
yeah, and then Kiss from a Rose,
Yeah,
that song by Seal, that's
and
right,
I
okay.
think was a, was Jim Carrey the Riddler at that movie? I think he was. I want to say he was the Riddler.
I think he was. He
I think
was.
so. Yeah,
I believe he was.
I think it's, yeah. I'm pretty sure it's a Riddler. Yeah, in that movie.
Oh, that's so crazy, I completely forgot that he was, yeah, that's right, him and
That was
Nicole
like one of
Kidman.
my favorite movies when I was a kid. Yeah,
Yeah,
like I think
oh,
it was like
wow, it's really been
it was like 12 or 13 when it came out.
Mhm.
Show my age again, but
That's so
yeah, that
crazy,
was one of
yeah.
Nicole Kidman's like it's kind of a breakout role for her. I mean, she had other
Mhm.
ones before that were breakouts, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Oh my gosh, but yeah, that was sad. I heard that
Mhm.
Tom Cruise did like a tribute and like moment of silence for him or something, but
Oh,
I hadn't like looked into it too much. But yeah,
right.
I've just been so busy. But yeah, definitely didn't want to leave that.
Oh, for sure.
That's that I definitely once recognized that was something that was tragic. 'Cause what else they had? Oh, and also Brett Gardner that played for the New York Yankees. Him and his family, they went to, it was Costa Rica, I believe they went. Oh no, where
I don't
was
really
it?
know
They
much
not
about
Costa Rica,
this,
but
but it's
yeah,
just
okay, I'll
tragic.
fill you in. He was a star player for the Yankees, and his son was 14 years old. They went on a family vacation. I believe it was Costa Rica, and he died. Um, his son was 14 years old,
That's
and
tragic.
yeah, they believe toxic. Yeah, they had the toxicology report was done, and it was he died from carbon monoxide poisoning.
Oh my god.
Yeah, and it makes sense because everybody was they did the test, and it was like the room that he was located in, like, where they had this, I guess, like, this machine or whatever that was emitting it,
Oh my god.
and, the family was just they were just super exposed to it, and it was, yeah, very tragic, but, so I've been following that, so that they ended up coming up with the results for that a lot quicker than I expected, so that was fast, I didn't expect to hear that, so that was, ooh, tragic news there, but
Yes, for sure.
oh, but, speaking of stories and wild stories, I was country singer Tanner Adell. I've become a big fan
Oh
of
yeah.
hers, a really big fan because through Beyonce is actually how I found her. And then she's got that hit Vocal Bunny and she's a very good singer. And I was just
Yeah.
curious about her background, just became a fan of started following her. And then she would start to talk about how they wanted to tell her story about her adoption story. And oh my God, when I heard it, it was wild
Yeah.
because like it was I didn't expect it to be what it was, but it was
No.
wild, but it was just so sad because what it was, so she is how old is she now? I think she's like 29, 30, or something like that. Um,
Younger than that, but it could be.
and she was adopted. She was adopted by this Mormon family. And so she grew up Mormon, but if I'm correct, her other adopted siblings, I want to say, were other like she was adopted with
It's
each other.
24.
Oh, she's 24. Oh, where did I get 29 from? 30, Lord. Okay, I put more
Well,
years on
it
it.
kind of looks like a force. So you write it down.
Oh, good Lord. I don't know. My eyesight is pretty bad though. But she so she was adopted and she grew up Mormon, and of course, and and of mixed race, like she just didn't really know much about herself and like and her background and growing up. And then she eventually found out. I don't know how she found out, or Um, she knew that um she knew about her parents. Like she knew about her. I want to say she met her dad, or she was somehow or other that she knew about her parents. She knew that she was adopted, and she found out that she was the product of an affair. And so her dad, or her like was supposed to be like her. or like the
Yeah.
biological mom's husband, while he was deployed, had her like and put her up for adoption. So
Yeah.
he didn't even know she existed.
Yeah.
And then come to find out, like later on, because what was she like? She did like I guess like Ancestry DNA or 23andMe, like one of those kind of tests,
Mhm.
and she ended up finding other siblings. And so she found out that what happened was like her mom was having an affair. Like Alexis, she's having an affair. Her mom was married, so whenever her the man, whoever was deployed, her husband was deployed, she put Tanner up for adoption, but only for DNA test to really reveal later on that she was actually the
The
biological child.
husband's
Yeah,
biological child
all along.
all
Yeah.
along.
So she was basically giving up for.
Right, and her mom, her biological mom, like, was trying to, I guess, like, get ahead of everything, and I
Mhm.
think somehow it eventually came out to, like, to surface, and what it was that her brother was the one that found her. I think it was
Oh, that's
yeah,
what. Okay, her brother found.
her
Okay.
brother found her, I think, on Ancestry DNA or something like I think Ancestry.com, something like that, and he, reached out to her, I think, or something like that, I'm pretty sure that's what it was, and then they just start talking immediately, exchanged numbers, start talking immediately,
Mhm.
and then I think some kind of thing that he found a bunch of found papers and paperwork, and that's how he figured out.
Okay, something. Okay, that's okay. I do remember. Okay, because she was on Bunny's podcast, and I saw
Mhm.
like a clip from it. Okay, that do remember that part now, but yeah. But it was just so wild. It was just,
Yeah,
and the sad part, it's like her mom died, and
like
she,
4 years ago, yeah,
yeah, and so she never
got to
got to
meet
meet
her.
her, and got to find out that that was actually her biological child, like the product of both parents, like
Yeah,
the
because it's
husband.
like, it wasn't terribly clear if she ever actually met her biological dad yet.
Yeah, she did.
Okay, yeah,
Hmm.
because of one of her that's I'm glad to know that, but and I hope that she and her brother have a good relationship, but,
It
that's how
sounds
it
like
was.
they do.
That's how it
Yeah.
was. They found out from the ancestry DNA that they were 100% siblings when it
Hmm.
should have been, like, half siblings,
Yeah.
and that's when we found out that all along that they actually were whole siblings that whole time, and she ended up being on put up for adoption.
Yeah, because that's what she said, that her birth dad, he knows her, and like, and
Yeah.
she's met him, and he knows the whole thing or whatever and stuff, the story, but her mom just never knew whatever. Well,
Yeah.
she knows now, but that was just like, I couldn't get over that. I was like, that is so crazy. Let's see.
Yeah. I couldn't, like, just, like, let's give at least a hole in you. Like, I don't I mean, I can't even imagine.
Yeah, no, for sure. For sure. Yeah, oh, no.
It's so my favorite story of the past 3 days,
Yes, please tell us.
well, was, finding out when I was scrolling on Demois, like, over the weekend that, Glenn Powell and Sydney Sweeney were seen together at
Yes.
the rehearsal dinner for, Glenn Powell's sister for a wedding that, was this past weekend. And so, like, so a little bit of backstory on that. They started a movie, Anyone But You, that was released
That's
in 2023, and they're filming it together. So I didn't know so much time went by until I was doing, like, my research
uh,
on this and going
to get a
jumping down the rabbit
timeline
hole.
together.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. So, and so apparently that they were both seeing other people at the time
Right.
whenever they filmed a movie. He was with Gigi Paris, a model, and she was with Justin Davino, who's a uh, actually, he's like a businessman, but a film producer also.
And he's like a
Yeah.
lot older than her
Yes,
too.
because,
Yeah.
like, she's 27 and he's 41.
And they were together
They've
since.
been for, like, I've heard her for, like, 6 years or whatever, so
Yeah.
they were together since she was, like, 20, 21 years old. It's
Right.
like,
Yeah. She was really
what is he
young.
doing with somebody that young?
Yeah,
But
exactly. Yeah, I've got questions.
yeah, and so, and they were engaged before they started filming, and there was a lot of chatter. I can't remember all the details and all the chatter exactly, but there was chatter going around, like, on places like Reddit and people submitting to Demois that they were probably seeing each other or, like, having
Hmm.
an affair, and they were hooking up, and I don't remember again, I don't remember what the details were, but I definitely remember seeing times whenever, like, it's Glenn and Sydney seemed very,
Right.
like, cozy and
Well, remember that, and
hanging out with each other with his
it was
family
a thing, yeah,
together.
and I was a fan of it because I really love the idea of those two together, and I don't know if it's because of just seeing them two, like, act together on film or if it's the chemistry, but see, but I've never been to one of those people. I've never been one of those people to look at camera chemistry and actors, like, seeing two great
Mm.
actors and then saying, "Okay, that's great chemistry," and then being like, "Oh, they should be together in real life." I've never been that type of person. But however, I just always thought I felt like there was like something there.
So the thing with that was, to me, I was kind of like, I mean, they're both attractive people. Like I like them both as individuals, but I don't. But if it's like if they have other partners, I wouldn't like them stepping out on them.
Mhm.
And
Right.
like my suspicion was, so here's what happened was that like it was like during the filming of this, whenever they seemed like very, like again, like I said, very cozy, very flirtatious with each other, even like
Mhm.
I guess promoting the film before it was even out. So that
Yeah.
seemed a little sus at the time, whenever people are seeing like they're kind of like, I don't see people who really get that much in the character when they're filming something or trying to
Right.
promote
That's why
something.
some people were kind of thinking, like, is this like a little PR kind of stunt
Right. And
thing
the
or
fact that the stories start becoming more like,
oh,
it wasn't one of those things where it was kind of like, you know, there's probably some kind of credence to it because it's like a lot of the stories were pretty similar and they didn't really
right.
deviate. And
Mhm.
then also, Glenn and his girlfriend broke up during filming,
That they did.
and Gigi left like a cryptic message on her Facebook, Instagram stories, like not like right after that. That a lot of people were kind of
Okay.
thinking, okay, something's up. And I had a
Oh.
feeling, I just kind of
Do you know
feeling
what the
was
message
like,
was or the
I don't remember what it was. It's
okay.
been so long now. I don't
Oh,
remember. I
okay.
wish I could have. I didn't have time to look for it. I'm sure it's on the internet somewhere. But I just found it really interesting because of the fact that they were filming their like sequences together. In fact, that because this is my theory. My theory is that Glenn and his girlfriend broke up during filming, obviously,
Uh-huh.
and I think Sydney, her uh, fiance, broke up too, but
Mhm.
more public because they're pretty proud about their life.
Yeah, they were.
And because the fact that she was spending a lot of time with Glenn and his family too,
Mhm.
so it's kind of like that kind of made raised a lot of eyebrows and kind of made like, okay, what's really going on here?
Right. So I don't know if you listened to the most recent episode. Well, it was today's episode of
I
Dumois.
think it's a let's take
Okay.
a
So yeah,
yeah.
I did listen to it today, and it sounds like from the reports that she was getting, it sounds like I think they were trying to I this is my own personal opinion. It sounds to me like they're trying to play it cool. Like she is friends with his sister, so is how like she got invited to the wedding. But it seems to me like they're trying to play this whole thing like this is a separate invite. It wasn't a date. She wasn't his date. They're
Right.
staying in whole separate places. However, they supposedly signed NDAs,
Yes, I did.
and not only that, but there was supposedly chatter that they were seen like canoodling and kind of like cuddle up and
Some more
maybe
coupley.
yeah, huh? And
I've heard that too.
so yeah, so I'm not gonna lie, I'm here for it if it's the right like if they're all broken up or whatever and stuff that they
Yeah.
want to move on and date, then have at it, do whatever. Like you said, I don't like that whole cheating kind of thing.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
not fun.
Because it's like, I mean, other than that, it's like, I mean, like, because I mean, he and his girlfriend, they're broken up now,
Mm,
obviously, and they're broken up. And then the Sydney and her fiance looks like they broke up. They've been apparently been broken up for a few months now. They're just like, kind of part about it because
mhm.
I also heard that they were actually renovating a house together. It looked like he was moving out, and then there's starting to be some chatter going on. And then the
Oh,
mom found out,
okay.
apparently from what I heard on there, is that she was saying that I think that they had actually been broken up for a few months now, which makes sense.
Yeah,
And which
that's
I mean, to me, I like that a little bit better because the fact that they didn't rush into this together, if it's the case.
right.
And you know what? Two gorgeous people are getting together, and it's like, and I
Mhm.
always like them as individuals anyway. And I'm like, you know what? Hell yeah,
Yep.
hell yeah.
Yeah, may as
I
well.
wish them well.
Mhm.
I like them both and like them even more together. So we'll see what happens.
Definitely, for sure. You know what? I hate to cut it short and wrap it up. We have to get wrapped up. You know why? Why? Because
Right.
okay, so we're using a new camera, and oh my gosh, I'm like slurring my words. I'm realizing how tired I am. I'm like, Kim can't talk right. But we've got a new camera set up, and my battery is like about to die, and I'm just not noticing that it's flashing red. It's like,
Yeah.
so we're gonna have to go ahead and get ready to wrap it up. But thanks for joining us. I'm gonna be back Tuesday. So Tuesdays, Thursdays, we're dropping episodes.
Yes.
Tuesday, I've got an awesome one coming because I went to Paris Parker and Hammond, America, Hammond, Louisiana,
Yeah.
the salon and spa. I start talking about like aging and get into like skincare because I'm at that freak out age right now where I'm looking at my options and trying to get into Botox and stuff. So I talk about like the movie, The Substance, and all that stuff, and then I go in and get a Hydra facial
Facial.
done by Jessica Weaver, and I have interviewed her, and she talks about that in the process and how you need to take care of yourself. and
Yeah.
how it's like all the rage and like what our favorite celebrities and stuff do for theirs. That's okay. I knew it was gonna the battery died. Oh well. Here we go. Mm, Lord. Okay, there we go. Switch the camera.
Yeah, for now.
There we go. All right, there. Okay, we're back.
So this is
Yeah, there we go. Okay. Yeah, we're back. Sorry about that. We had to switch cameras because my other camera died. So we're just gonna go ahead. Just, we're still gonna wrap it up. Look at Josh. Josh, I love you. Like you were hanging in there.
Thank you for being such a trooper. Yeah, this has been fun.
It really has. Like I told Blair, I was like, let's just go ahead and just do it live because
Yeah.
I like it whenever we do. For whatever reason, it just
Yeah.
seems like less chaotic.
Oh yeah, it's a great way to be. And I'm like, I say I'm truly, truly excited, happy to be back. I just feel really happy.
Yeah, I'm glad.
And I hope you feel that way too.
Yeah, no, I really am. I'm
Yeah.
glad you seem a lot better, and
Oh, I
I think
am.
so.
Yeah, it's so. But I'm excited. Again, I'm really excited. I'm very happy. It just feels so great and naturally back. So I know this is my home. And but then also, but I'm also excited about too. How I'm making Kim
Mhm.
watch some Coachella live stream with me coming up this weekend.
Yeah, we're gonna do
Not
that.
this weekend,
Yeah,
but the
next.
following weekend, the
Yeah.
one after that. I'm so excited about these acts and stuff. So we're gonna talk a little bit about that, and I'll make her live stream and stay up late with me and snacks. Have some
Yes.
THC beverages.
Hmm.
I might get a daiquiri.
Oh yeah, I don't drink alcohol. Blair still does. I just stick to my herbs and stuff.
But yeah, I think I'm looking forward to that. So
Yeah, that'll be fun. Yeah,
looking forward to Paris Parker adventure too.
yeah. Oh, that's gonna be so much fun. But like, I didn't know that was Jessica's hysterical. Like, y'all are gonna like her, and she wants to come back on a podcast too some more. But
Yeah.
that'll be fun. But like, you learn a lot. Like, I didn't realize. It's like, man, hydration, y'all. Because I mean, I know I'm a thirsty bitch, but I realized how thirsty my skin was. I didn't realize how thirsty it wasn't how bad until like she had to do everything. And here I was thinking I was good and all, but a lot of it was just like it's really inside out kind of thing.
Definitely.
But I noticed because it's like I've when and I thought that I would get better with it when I stopped drinking alcohol, that I would increase my like water intake and but yes, water is life. I would increase like my water intake and but I didn't, and I need to work on that.
Yeah.
So I'm so excited. Like,
Yeah, I've been doing too. Just like during my hiatus, just doing a lot of self care. And I mean, I used to work on my water. I've been working on it, obviously, but might as well fix it. But
yeah,
yeah,
it's so weird. It's like aging. It's like when you get older. It's like I never think about all the shit that I used to never think about, and now I think about it all the time, and it just drives me crazy.
yeah, everyone's like, can't eat candy every. I shouldn't eat candy. I was gonna say I can't, but I shouldn't eat candy every day
Hmm.
like I used to, and I think we don't.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Electrolytes. Yeah, and we were actually talking about that the other day. They like on Amazon. We had some. I had some drops, like these buoy drops ones.
This favorite because then they're flavorless.
Yeah,
Yes.
and like you could throw that in water, and if you don't want like feel like drinking anything that's like flavored, I like.
Yeah, because I don't like just drinking. I mean, I have flavored electrolytes in my water right now, and am I a fan of? You and I are like, that's one thing we're like at. We're not crazy about having flavored water. We just like it.
Mm-mm.
I know it sounds boring, but I like those plain electrolyte drops and buoy with no flavor in it.
Yeah, like that. Yeah, those are good. Let's see. Yeah, yeah, definitely try those. Like,
Amazon has them too. You could buy like
yeah, that's where I got. Yeah, I got mine on Amazon
Mhm.
when I had those. Yeah, it's some good stuff. But yeah, but I've but oh yeah, that facial is awesome now because I told like I'm
Yeah,
trying
that's
to
what hydrofacial got. Those are amazing.
yeah, and
I'm
I
excited now. I found out that's what you did.
look, I'm like
Mhm.
beaming. I'm like
Yeah,
I see myself like it's so funny. Oh.
sparkling water on a blue moon to feel fancy. Oh, I love it.
Oh, yeah, I love yeah, I do that with sparkling water a lot. Like I do yeah, I'll do electrolytes. Actually, I'll do the I'll squirt sometimes electro why can't I talk tonight?
Electrolyte.
Yeah, electrolytes. I would put some of that in like I would do a lot of
I color Phoenix makes me feel rich.
oh manifest it. Look, feel it. Feel it. You gotta take it in. You just feel and just be about it. You know, that's what I'm saying. It's like a new
That's my luxury.
Like crazy shit's just going on right
Shit
now.
show
We
economy.
just need to like
Mhm.
we need to just get it all figured out. But I don't know. I'm glad you're back. I'm glad I'm here. I'm glad I'm back too. You heard me. I just said I'm glad I'm here. It sounds like a. I'm not gonna say narcissist. I'm here too.
No, I get it. We're both tired. We're all plus in a good mood. So that's
Yeah, I know. Really,
these are little things.
I know because I actually have some. I'm gonna wait. I have a very important email to pump out, but I'm gonna do that tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because it's a little. I think I just need to go eat. I haven't eaten since
Yeah.
lunch, and it's maybe that's what it is. I need to
Oh yeah, go eat definitely.
get. Yeah.
I made sure I ate something before because I was hitting that wall and I was like, let me actually want to have a function. I need brain food
Mhm.
before I got on to start recording.
Oh, I know, 1,000%. Oh my gosh, let's see here.
I had a report to do. Uh, oh, Josh, you want to hear my favorite college story about how my crazy ass before we were introduced to Chat GPT, which we were the real OGs back in the day. Honestly, I had to write a 20-page research paper. I did some of the research like literally like the week before.
Mhm.
I did not start writing that paper from the beginning to until the day before.
Oh, I remember that.
I literally stayed up for 24 hours and I finished it. Like so I live like we live like but let's see. At a time like we lived like 5 minutes away from my college. Something like that. About 5 to 10 minutes away from my college. This was like gosh, so many years ago. And I remember I got off my computer like less than 30 minutes before I had to turn that in. Got the computer and I went and turned that in and didn't even proofread the thing at all. And I made a B on it. And that was the one thing that was the only thing that kept me from getting an A on that paper was that I didn't proofread it.
That's
And hell I do that. I
that.
do not know.
Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, that was.
That's my favorite college paper. That's not my favorite college paper story. The other one was actually when I wrote on the World Tenenbaums.
You did write that.
Yeah, I
The
did
movie's that
I
old.
did a family analysis on it
Did.
from on the Royal Tenenbaums,
That's right.
and
I forgot.
I watched the movie, wrote the paper at the same time, and
I remember you working on a paper, and because I remember I watched it with you.
yeah, it was
And that's why I got
fun.
hooked on the movie. And that's when I became a huge fan of Wes Anderson.
Which also rest in peace, Gene Hackman, because he was in that one too.
Oh, I know. He sure was.
He was
Yeah.
Royal Tenenbaum.
Oh, I know.
But I made an A on that one. That was my very last paper of my college career. So
Mhm.
yeah,
Yeah.
stick on that paper, Johnson. Good luck to you.
Oh my gosh.
It
But
can worse. I proofread all of it and make changes here and there because it comes out wonky. I mean, it's at least the good thing is that you know what you're focusing and doing the right thing.
yeah, for me,
So once I get it done, and
mhm.
I'll just tell of proofreading it.
Gosh. I know, like the other day I was sitting there thinking to myself, I'm like, man, I wish I could like go redo college just because there's chat GPT. Like all this advancement in technology. I'm like, I mean, I always knew it was going to happen. I mean, it's born. I mean, bound to happen.
So I actually saw a TikTok the other day. I think it was a TikTok or Instagram. It was Instagram reel the other day because me and a friend of mine were chatting back and forth about it. Is that something like that? If ever I feel stupid, I think about how I've graduated from college without Chat GPT.
Oh, that's
Just before my time, so I was like, yeah. And I'm like, you know what? Hell yeah. So my favorite
take it.
catchphrase.
That's funny.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, that is crazy. Yeah,
You're right under us. Yeah.
okay, yeah, we're 44s. We just turned 44s.
I just get silly.
Man, and I was like, hey, I'm like, at this point, I'm like, it's
that's what you and I are. I'm like, yeah. You're open and talking about it. I'm like,
yeah, I'm just happy to be alive, man, at this point. And it's
sure.
clearly, I mean, look at 20-year-olds and stuff like that. They look at me, they know I'm not their age. It's like, I'm a fool. But no, but speaking of which, oh, thank you. You said happy belated birthday. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, we didn't really do a whole lot for birthdays. We were trying to, well, most of my friends, I don't have a whole lot here. So I moved back because I was in California for so long, but everybody like pretty much when I moved back to Louisiana, everybody's pretty much scattered.
Yeah, and also Mardi Gras ran right into our birthday this year.
Yeah,
That's always a
yeah,
doozy. Yeah, never. that never really works out the way we want it to, because it's like
So you get Botox every 6 months. Okay, so I'm about to be new to this because this is why I'm like so into this whole like skincare movement. I'm going to be talking about like Botox and skincare and all stuff because I am trying to learn about it and seeing what to do because there's like all this stuff that like I'm excited about and like want to get get done. So, oh, you're in Florida. Okay, got it. Oh, are you in South Florida? I think I knew this from Daily Dose of Donna that you are in Florida. Are you in? I'm trying to remember what part of. I want to say I've known this, but yeah. Oh my gosh, but yeah, it's yeah, sunscreen is very very important. But but yeah, no, I'm like I just like want to. I'm
yeah,
starting.
I've been to Tampa.
Oh,
Yeah,
so
Tampa. I
okay.
went to Tampa a few years ago. I went to Tampa 10 years ago, actually, about 10 years ago in January. I think it was been long. I've been like it was a solo trip, and it's beautiful out there. It was fun. And I met with some friends out there. That was really cool.
Chris from Ray. Oh, that's awesome. Have you been ever? Oh, not talk too late. Have y'all ever like gotten together? Or anything? Have y'all gotten together yet? Oh, Ray's so sweet. She's great. Oh, that's so awesome. Oh my gosh, it's so crazy. This whole like podcasting and this community thing. It's just really cool. It's just funny
Yeah,
to think that how I didn't think much of it, and now it's just like really reignited using using my degree that spent all this money on
right.
and paying for and
Mhm.
following these families' footsteps. Oh, let's see here.
Right.
Let's see here. Oh, oh, God, yeah, this. I know it's hard to like match up and like
Just goes, oh yeah.
yeah, and it's
Gotta
it's it's so hard. It's funny that you say that because when talking about that and like matching up because one of my friends is one of my good friends is a Navy SEAL. He just texted me like a few minutes ago during the thing and like I was laughing because it's like I meant to respond to this a month ago. Like, I thought it was funny because it's like uh those guys they're going like all the time and it's like so they're like in and out. But speaking of which, let's see here. We may go to Kylie Minogue concert. Oh, what's up with her?
Oh, I love Kylie Minogue.
Oh, yeah,
I'm jealous if y'all get to go.
yeah, you should go by all means. Yeah, she's awesome.
Me if I'll go. Well, I love her.
Mm-hmm.
I loved her for years.
Kylie's great. That's funny. Speaking of things like that, the difference is Blair loves like concerts, live shows.
Oh
Like,
yeah.
I mean, I like them, but the older I've gotten, it's like I prefer to be like in a VIP section or somewhere. I'm not like, yeah, true. Like I can't be like crammed up in those like jammed packed like sorry like sardines in those crowds. I can't do that anymore. Like I just the time we went to Voodoo Fest was fun.
Oh no.
The artist bands, artist passes, and we got to go. That was fun. We went like Casey got us hooked up. We went like backstage, not backstage.
Backstage ish.
Yeah,
Like
but
premium viewing, premium everything.
it was great. And
Yeah.
yeah, we didn't have to stand in that long line. They just walked us
Parking
through.
was easy. Yes, that was
Everything was that
oh,
was
that was fun.
you
That's like
know, if
a
I could do it
different
like that, I'll do
I
that.
think anytime I go to another festival, that's what I want to do. I want to roll VIP.
Yeah,
It's
because
like
other than yeah, I'm just too old for that. You know, like I'm too old to see sober.
it's like you feel like it's like I mean, do I want to feel like a badass bitch? Yes, but then also it's kind of like it's more of like I guess I'd say it's more of like what is a good like almost like glamping but festival style.
Yeah, well, no, for
Yeah,
sure, for sure. And it's like, and I mean, I love the energy though. That's the thing I love
that's what
about
I
that.
like about music fest so much. And like,
Yeah, the energy's fun. Like,
mhm.
especially whenever the last festival we went to Voodoo Fest. Yellow Claw was my favorite that time we had gone. After that, I was just like really tired. I was,
Yeah, the other calls they were really fun, but
yeah,
Kendrick Lamar's my absolute favorite.
yeah, he was. Yeah, that's right. He was there.
The
He
crowds
was
were so
fun.
dark, and I think after the following year, I think they no a couple years after that, Beauty Fest has been no more, and that's been a bummer.
Mhm.
All
Still,
concerts against multiple every summer need to start bringing sit on because they are not made for 40-year-old plants. I get it.
40 back. Yeah.
Listen to this. Josh is really funny. Jazz Fest, which is about to happen in New Orleans.
Hmm.
Oh, this is a sight to see. It's yeah, I'm sure it's got to be on YouTube somewhere, but you will see just a rate like whenever the gates open, packs and packs of old people. Like I'm not okay, not really old, older people literally running to the front of the stage, so they can park and get some of the albums. Like, I want to get the best spot for Bob Dylan, or I want to get the best spot for Jimmy Buffett, or stuff like that. So it's like, they'll camp out in a way that's like the gates open. And you literally see them run it in droves, like it looks like what do you call it? Like a cattle run, a cow.
Oh, what they call
It's hysterical.
when the running of the bulls.
Yeah, it's kind of it looks. No, it is start drawing. It is a sight to see like every year. It was even funnier. My thing I worked backstage at like whenever I worked backstage for production for Jazz Fest one year, in which I will never do that again because that was tiring, harrowing, and they don't pay you jack shit for that. I don't care. The NBA is
I know. These things are.
That's it's paid us well. So I was really happy.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. They paid us well for that. So I was really happy about it. But you think with Jazz Fest the kind of money they make them do, but anyway, that's the story about it. But we're watching, like, we're all gathered by the window at a certain time, like, wait. So watch the gates open and just watching it in person compared to like on YouTube or on the news was the most hysterical thing in the world.
What would have been even better is like, did anybody like fall and start rolling on the ground? Because that would have been awesome.
Seeing that, but at the same time, it's like
you have to be prepared.
You didn't really want to see that either because most people who were running like this on Play Rock were like older people, like in their 50s and older. They're like, I shit you not. There's always someone's running, and you see the ones on the little hover rounds. I mean, driving a little carts, like God bless them. It was a sight to see, and like, oh man, I just like every year just can't get how funny it was.
Oh, that's hysterical.
It's like the damn place of that the grand stage.
Oh my gosh. Oh, I know. Yeah. That's insane. On other news, looks like we're still going. Yeah. See, look, it worked out. Look, we had a backup camera.
Yeah, that's right.
My other battery died. I gotta get that together. Kim's gonna get her shit together. She's gonna charge up that battery.
But we did great for saying this on our first episode back. So give us some grace for that,
Yeah, I mean, and how long have you been going for a minute?
Oh yeah, since I think before I've been going since last year, in the last year. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think I was here at all at the beginning of this year.
No, you weren't at all. No, yeah.
It's been a minute. Yeah,
it's been a while. Well, I guess on that note, we can go ahead and wrap up. Y'all, please, if y'all can do us a huge favor, please like, follow, subscribe, share. We're on TikTok. We are it's the.popculturegreenroom. On Instagram, it's the Pop Culture Green Room. You can follow my personal one too as well. I am my personal Instagram page. I'm growing my brand and doing my things. And I'm about to get back in some acting classes and all that other good stuff or whatever. But oh yay! Oh, on your dinner time for me too. I'm so glad you were here with us, Josh.
Yeah, thank you, Josh.
Yes, love you lots. But yeah, we'll go ahead and get this all wrapped up.
Always a pleasure and great seeing everybody again, being back.
Yes. Oh yeah. But like I said,
and thank you for holding the fort down for so long. Because I mean,
for sure,
it like all means it wasn't easy at all, and I have to commend you for that. Thank you for that.
Like I said, I had a lot of help. So a whole lot of help in the background between like I had like Wendy jumped in for episodes a lot to help out and then I had Danielle too. Danny Gossip Girl helped out a lot with a lot of support and stuff for me on the back end. Thank you so much. We've got this, but yeah. All right, let's keep it going. All right, y'all have a good night.
Bye. Good night, everyone.
Take care.
See you next week.
Bye.